Hello and welcome to Runkle of the Bailey. My name is Ian Runkle. I'm a Canadian criminal defense and firearms lawyer. Currently, the City of Edmonton has a survey going and it closes tomorrow, January 18th. But the topic of this survey is that they want to force all liquor stores to have their doors locked and set up a system where they only unlock when you scan a piece of ID, like a driver's license. So the idea is that this would then store that information and would be an anti-theft measure. Now you might be wondering, is theft at liquor stores really so bad that the liquor stores are pushing for this kind of measure? And the answer is no. The Alberta Association of Liquor Stores actually opposes this measure. They don't want it enforced. They don't want it in place. So who wants this? Well, as it turns out, this is an initiative being pushed by the Edmonton Police. You might be wondering, why is the Edmonton Police pushing for laws? Isn't their job to enforce the laws, not to advocate for them? Because ultimately they're public servants. They're being covered on the taxpayer's dollar. They should really be, public servants and not a special interest group. But it appears that's not the case. They want to change our laws, and this is what they want to do. So the idea is that it would then be scanned and stored for 21 days, and they say after that it should be deleted, but who knows how that'll be enforced, or if that'll be enforced. And they say it should only be accessible for this purpose of police investigations, and the police will have to get a warrant. Now, these sorts of things tend to start out with strong protections, but those protections tend to erode over time. Have to get a warrant tends to become have to get a warrant or else get the liquor store to agree to provide it, which then tends to become the police have the right to make a demand and can just go in and ask for it whenever they feel like it. So there's no reason to expect that the trajectory will be any different with respect to this. So the whole, we're going to put in protections. Sure, maybe to start. The other thing is that when they say it'll only be used for this purpose, well, that is never the case. Whenever information is collected, it's always misused in some fashion. With COVID contact tracing, one of the first things we saw was women being harassed because they'd go into some sort of establishment, be required to put in, their name, their address, their phone number for, to be contacted if there was some sort of issue. And then somebody who wanted to stalk them or be creepy could pull that out and then use that to contact them. So that's a real risk because if you're scanning a driver's license, that includes your home address, right? So that is a bit of a concern on this one. So I can't say, this seems like it's got a whole lot of really big problems to it. And frankly, it seems like a really big expansion into surveillance. If you want to go and buy liquor, then suddenly you're going to have to make sure that your name is stored in one of these databases for police retrieval and police convenience. I got some issues with that. I think that that is a bit of a bridge too far. Now, one really interesting thing about this survey is that it actually includes a little video. And you might be thinking, okay, well, they're just trying to illustrate the problem because this is a video of sort of liquor store thefts. Let's have a little look-see at what's in that video.
Liquor theft is a glaring issue within this province and poses a very real risk to our communities.
So you hear that? You hear the scary undertone, the scary music. That's sort of generic background scary music number 7. So, clearly this is an unbiased and neutral presentation. Let's keep watching. There's a few things I want that'll make points on later. I'm not going to watch the whole thing.
Violence is prevalent and the use of weapons are becoming more frequent. As police, we have come to realize we cannot arrest our way to a safe environment within this industry.
There's so much to be said about that. You're really just kind of scoring a big own goal here. Oh, did I say own goal? I might be giving things away. You might be wondering where the source of this video is because, as it mentioned, it's included in this City of Edmonton survey. Well, this is actually from the Edmonton Police Service. They're the authors of this. And it's really strange when you're including, when you're doing a survey. Ostensibly, the purpose of a survey is to gather information. I don't know things. I would like to know more things. So I'm asking questions. But when you include a video like this is clearly designed to push you to an answer, like to push you to a conclusion. which suggests that the purpose of the survey maybe isn't so much to actually find out what people want, but to create a chosen outcome of the survey to push people to answer in a way that they want in order to justify a sort of predetermined conclusion. So yeah, City of Edmonton, what the hell? What the hell are you doing? Okay, let's watch a little bit more here, and then I'll cut it off.
I want to be very clear. This crime trend is far beyond personal consumption.
Spooky voice.
This trend is fueling a multi-million-dollar underground network, which is facilitated by organized crime. Liquor has become a street-level currency whose accessibility is being used to settle drug debts, purchase drugs, secure accommodations, and put cash into the pockets of offenders.
Translation: it's worth money and people want it. And, they can sell it for stuff. Well, no kidding. I mean, liquor is valuable, and the reason why it's valuable is because it's a, sort of fairly easily tradable commodity with a very high price. So, I mean, that's why people are going after it. Now, it's worth asking, why is it so valuable? Why is the price so high? Maybe there's other solutions here. Because, yeah, if we just look on the AGLC's webpage, we can pull up the liquor markup rate schedule. And you see that for a bottle of spirits, almost $15, unless it's more than 60% alcohol, in which case it's almost $20. And that's just the provincial taxes. There's also federal taxes on top of that. So, yeah, that's a pretty serious, pretty serious hit there, and that really pushes the price up. If you're buying a bottle of something, it could be that half or more of the price of that bottle is actually, government taxation. So do you think maybe fewer people would be stealing it if the price went down? Well, that's a novel solution that will never actually be implemented. There's other possible solutions here in terms of stores making their own decisions to protect their own profits, because these are, here in Alberta, they're private industry. This is for-profit businesses. And so, if they're in a high theft area, they could possibly design their stores in ways that that minimize this. Certainly when I've been, in sort of higher theft areas in the States, I've been to liquor stores where you walk up to a till and you say, this is what I want, and they're behind glass, usually bulletproof glass, and they go get it. And it's really hard to rob those places. Liquor stores are reluctant to put that sort of thing in place because it cuts into business. But why, this is certainly an option that the liquor stores have. It seems to me like it's a really big jump to go to this massive surveillance system where we all have to put ourselves in this database just because we want to get a beer. But that is what the police want, and it appears that that's what Edmonton City Council seems to be going for, because, as I said, their survey really doesn't appear to be designed to get unbiased information. It seems to be designed to produce a pre-chosen result, which is to reduce freedoms. So I got some issue with that. Anyway, I'm going to link the survey below. As I said, you got till the 18th if you want to have your opinion on this one. Just saying. Ideally, you should be an Edmonton resident, but I don't think they have any particular controls on that. Anyway, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Maybe I'm wrong on this one. Maybe this is a appropriate place for government to step in and... Yeah, the problem with leaving these sorts of decisions up to the police, the police oppose the Charter of Rights and Freedoms. They would probably love to see, more video cameras on the streets. Also, we see proposals every once in a while for DNA collection, mandatory of all people who, haven't committed crimes. So there's never a point where the police are going to say, hey, listen, you know what? We got enough power. We don't need any more. They're always going to push for more convenience and more things that sort of diminish the sphere of rights that the average person enjoys. And you might say, listen, I don't care about, alcohol. I don't care. Every little nibble is a diminishment. And if you've got, piranhas taking a nibble by nibble out of you, eventually there's not much of you left. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope that this has been interesting and educational. Please like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to see more content. I also want to do my usual thank you shout out to my Patreon supporters at the $50 level: Jonathan Wheeler, Canada's National Firearms Association, Mike, Kyle Martin, the CCFR, and the Canadian Shooting Sports Association. At the $30 level, Sights and Arms Limited and Marc-Olivier Damour. And at the $20 level, Peter Hilger, Matt Ward, Mark Whittington, Jane Babin Luxor, Dale Nesbitt, Cameron Johnson, Bruno R., Andrew Elsich, and Aaron Delsu. Thank you once again for watching. I hope this has armed you with knowledge, and I really hope they don't implement this crap, because, yeah, that's messed up. Anyway, see you next time.